Live. What's up, party people? Happy Monday. Moving kind of slow. Been eating lots of Thanksgiving leftovers. But this morning I wanted to do something I've been meaning to do for a little while, which is play around with this climate trace data. And so basically climate trace has asset level emissions data for the entire globe. And it's pretty amazing and radical. And the fact that the data is open source and I can work on it in the public is doubly amazing. So let's watch Al Gore sort of explain what it is, and then we can start exploring the API. So here's Mr. Gore.
To choose blessings instead of curses. We have to choose life over death. If we are truly to make this COP the one that drives implementation of the pledges made in Glasgow.
So this was 3 weeks ago.
We must equip ourselves with every tool and resource to facilitate our path to true net zero and work together to drive impact and increase accountability. I want to applaud the Secretary General for making transparency around these net zero goals a priority. And I'm proud that 2 days from now, Climate Trace, a nonprofit coalition of artificial intelligence experts and data scientists and researchers and NGOs, will announce the first inventory of site-specific facility sources of greenhouse gas pollution, the most detailed inventory ever assembled that can be used to identify exactly where all this pollution is coming from.
All right, so that was the announcement of Climate Trace, which there's a cool alliteration.
Inventory of site-specific facilities.
Site-specific facilities. So this is what's interesting about it, and we can go through and actually like look at the map that is on the Climate Trace website. So let's pull that up. All right. So this is the Climate Trace map. This is the site-specific inventories. So each one of these dots, and this map is incredibly well done. The styling by Johnny Walker. You can sort of see the bigger dots are causing more pollution. And if you click on them, you can sort of get details. This is a oil and gas field in Texas, and this is another oil and gas field in Oklahoma. And I guess the blue are oil and gas. What's one of these big red ones? That's Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. That makes sense. And so you can sort of see the units that we're talking about too. This is 34 megatons of CO2 over 100 years, I believe. And so this map lets you sort of go through and explore, but they've also made the data public, or I don't know how public, but it is public, where you actually can go through and look at the data source that powers that map. So we have this API, which was put together by the incredibly talented people at Earthrise and Climate Trace. And I want to explore a few things. So let's open TextEdit and talk about what we want to do. So my goal for this session, and this is based on conversations with folks at Earthrise and just, conversations over Thanksgiving and talking with people who are interested about this, of, what are the most polluting assets near me? So this is pretty straightforward. In almost all Dataviz, there's usually some way you can bring it back to the user directly. So some sort of like geographic query of like, what are the worst things around me, I guess is a way to put it. What are the worst things around me? I guess in what industries, right? It'll be different depending on where you are, and the most polluting things might be surprising. So that's one approach, and maybe let's make this a heading instead of a list. So what are the most polluting assets near me? What's something else? We had a bunch of different ideas. Another is a shopping list. So bear with me. So this is the idea that each asset contributes to our global, like, over carbonization, over CO2. Like, we're way over budget, right? I'm a caveman understanding and reiterating these things, but we're way over budget, right? So now we have this asset level detail of what's contributing to climate change. So why don't we make like a calculator or a shopping list where you can collect a few of them and see what they add up to? So this is like a way of like, collect polluting assets. Oop, that's too many S's. See their total emissions together. Smart ways of. I think having a really good way of collecting a bunch of assets at once, or assets in a particular area, right? Like, give me all the assets in New York, or give me all the oil and gas assets, and then calculating those, I think, is another interesting way to use this tool. So that's like smart ways of gathering assets by geography, sector. All right, so these are two concepts so far. Basically, look at things around me and an asset shopping list. And then we had also talked about like top X experience. I don't want to say experiences, standalone sites. So mobile experience for top 10 polluting assets in all sectors. So this is something like a mobile app where you can go through, like, maybe it's like an Instagram story style UX to look through cards or portrait. So yeah, maybe we can make like a top X for each sector where you get a card with maybe like a map or some sort of like trading card version of like what an asset looks like. Oh man, did I? All right. Looks like the stream is being weird. Maybe my Wi-Fi? All right, so let me double check what's going on there. This is the plan for today though, so I'm gonna take a photo of that and I'll tweet that out. Be right back. I'm hoping that that technical issue was sorted. I don't know if that was even a problem. If none of that was recorded, you know, whatever. Here are the things that I'm looking to do today, right? So there's 3 prototypes. So this is 1. What are the most polluting assets near me? 2 is like an asset shopping list, and 3 is like a TopX standalone sites experience. So the first thing that I want to do is probably like explore the API and figure out if there's any endpoints that will help me in my journey. And maybe I should keep my to-do list up here just so I remember what my journey is. All right, what are the most polluting assets near me? So I guess we could do it by, well, are there any asset level responses? So there's this, and I think there's a V0. Yes, this has asset level data. Okay, and I need to give it countries, and I need to give it sectors. I could give it all sectors and all countries and theoretically get all of my assets back, so that's interesting. Okay, I can also get information about a single asset. I feel like I'm almost definitely going to want to do that. Not that one, this one. Try it out. Yes, please. ID of the asset. I don't have one. Maybe I'll try this one out. Countries. USA. Okay, cool. So this is USA Steel Assets. Does it have an ID? Yes, 3170. Is that my asset ID? Let's check. Asset ID, 3170. Yes, Steel Gary works. Okay, great. So this is fun and useful. So what did we do here? And we can add this to the bottom. Do interesting API calls. Get all assets for country sector. And then let's do future ourselves a favor, and we can do countries sector, because that is how we will do it later. Oops, don't save yet. Something like that. And we can also get all of the info for a specific ID if we do this. Get info for a specific asset. And that's really cool. So that's a great start. So we can get information about specific assets. But if we want to do this first idea, we want to get what are the most polluting assets near me. I need some way of doing like a geographic query. Some way of saying like, get me every asset within 50 miles of this latitude and longitude. Standard ZXY vector tile endpoint. That's interesting. So you could get every asset in the same vector tile as a point. That's like one approach. And that would be this endpoint, but then I would need to know what tile I'm in. I don't really know the best way to do that. I'm sure there's a bunch of tools that make that easy. But this is strikes me as a mildly hacky way of doing it. You could do get every asset in the same country as me. See, but that strikes me as too broad, right? Every asset in the same country as me is mildly interesting, but not like the most interesting thing. Like I want things in the same state, or like the same county, or like a 50-mile radius. So let's see what else how else can we get to that? Is maybe in this other one. So we have countries, subsectors. I have continents. Not really interested in continents. It's like even broader than countries. All right, we have emissions data by sector. Global emission aggregations. Emissions aggregated by country for a list of sectors. That's kind of cool. Oh, that reminds me. One last interesting idea to pursue is comparison. I guess for comparison. Cool. Compare countries to other countries. Compare assets to assets. All right. So that's something maybe to do later. See, there's lots of fun ideas around this. This is why I want to stream it, because there's so many different directions that it could go. So let's see. So we want, there's no way of like getting, should I scrape all the assets? Because we can. Can I just ask for all of them? Can I just add so many zeros and every country? Should we ask the robot to make us a list of every country in the world, comma separated? I don't feel like writing it. So it seems like the type of thing the robot would be good at. Basically, I need to make a comma separated list of every country in the world. Comma, here, I'll make this bigger. Ah! A comma separated list of the ISO 3 codes of every country in the world. USA can go for a robot. I've reached my use. I'm definitely on the wrong account then. Let's keep our prompt though. If you don't have multiple GPT-3 accounts, what are you doing? All right, now will you write things for me? Yeah, now we're talking. Maybe they shouldn't even have spaces though. And also, we should turn up. Where's the? We should turn up the maximum length. Yeah, write me a lot. Write me a whole bunch, please. Thank you. Oh, now it's really doing it. See, isn't working with robots fun? Keep going. You got it. You're just on C. What's HRV? You're just making things up. This is. Oh, I should have specified. Starting with USA, but in alphabetical order for the rest. USA. Yeah, great. great. And then we need to also have a comma separated list of our sectors. So how do we find out all of the sectors? Provides a list of known sectors. Great, that's exactly what I'm looking to do. I don't want to say the word sectors anymore. Here we go. Copy. And we'll have the robot, work on this too. JSON sector list. Human, no, comma separated list of sector names. And it starts with bauxite mining. Go robot. Look at that, it's doing such a good job. So we're going to combine these two robot generated lists. Is that truly? Okay, we're going to combine these two robot generated lists, which we should stick in here. List of all sectors. Jesus. And then what about our list of all countries? Seems good to me. Looks good to me. List of all countries. Great. So let's put, excuse me. Oh no, am I angering the API? I hope not. How's DreamHost doing? Is my internet broken? What's the deal? Is the DreamHost status broken? Oh, this is not what websites are supposed to look like. All right, well, we're taking a break. Let's focus the camera. Kind of works. Kind of helped a little bit, maybe. All right, do you think? All right, okay. At least we can see what we can do again. All right, so I want. All right, this is why I was doing this, so I could be a weirdo. All right, let's first, without being too much of a weirdo, let's just get all of the sectors for the USA. That's a great way to start, I think. So we got bauxite mining. Oh, jeez. We got your cement. We got your coal mining. Got your copper mining. Gas. CO2 100, please. Great. Wow. Wow. So many gases available. I didn't even notice that. I wonder what all these mean. I know that we have CO2 100 on most of our things, though. And then we don't care about continents. This is going to anger the API gods almost surely. But what are you going to do? I mean, that's a crazy query anyway. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Did I? It's limited to 100. It shouldn't be too much. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try and do it again in another tab. That'll definitely help and make everybody happy. Whatever. Take this opportunity to do some tweets. All right, it's important to thread properly. I swear to God, is my internet just being weird because I'm not into that. Why? Why is this happening? See, normally I would just turn it off and on again and hope for the best. But that doesn't seem like the best approach in this current situation. Although that is what I did immediately before this, and it worked pretty well. So, I don't know. But if I can't even tweet, what good? What good is this? Twitter won't even load. Here's the if Twitter won't even load, there's no way you're seeing this. That doesn't make any sense. Twitter can't get to me, but my video can get to you. I don't mean to be over logical, but all right, I'm gonna turn it off and on again, and if anything gets weird, I'll be back momentarily. Scoop. Okay, maybe I'm back. Maybe it's back. All right. All right. I think that everything's okay again, potentially. Because I can connect to the internet. So let's try and get this sector request working, which is what we were doing before. But it doesn't like my list of sectors that the robot wrote. So maybe I'll just do, well, first of all, let's just try one. Let's try one sector. Doesn't like this either. But this sector came from my list of sectors. And USA, definitely a country for sure. Last time I checked. Well, let's maybe try USA. So USA, and then we'll do cement. Oh, and I don't have any do I have to have? No, it's not required. So I don't have to have continents. Okay, cool. So this works. So bauxite mining just isn't an option, but cement is. Bauxite mining. All right. No, bauxite mining doesn't give anything back. So and by did the robot mess something up in my list? No, it's the first thing. Bauxite mining. What the fuck is bauxite? It's a sedimentary rock with a relatively high aluminum content. Europe, Guyana, sir, I've never heard of this country. Jamaica. All right, I truly am just a caveman living in this world. All right, so bauxite mining, and I don't get any bauxite. Oh, because there might not be any bauxite mining in the USA? Okay, that makes sense. You can't query a thing that doesn't exist. There is no bauxite. Well, let's double check that. Bauxite mining, USA. Do you think there's... okay, well, they say that there is some. Oh, there's an article about it. Okay, so there is bauxite mining. Is that even how you say it? Do they have a pronunciation? Can you teach me how to say it? Say it.
Bauxite.
Oh, I was saying it right.
Bauxite.
Yeah, bauxite. Killing it. This is where we're keeping the bauxite in the US. That's nice. So how come I don't get any back when I query it? Does it not have CO2? If I don't give a gas, can I get stuff back? No. So it says this is an invalid request. I don't want to get distracted, but what the fuck? It's not really an invalid request though, because I get empty stuff. Am I to believe? Okay, it's also because the top X number might not include the USA mining. So these are all limited by being the top assets. See, it doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it's limited by like being the top emitters. Like it's not, they don't have super detailed information on every single thing. Although we've been talking about like null values. All right. So getting all assets near me might be difficult. That might be something that, because we're probably gonna need to scrape. Every asset into local database. See, I hesitate. Because that seems like a pretty bad idea. Or unnecessary, or like not how you use APIs generally, or not what APIs are for, or any of that. But then I could build my own geographic query API, maybe with dataset. Maybe. Something like that. All right, so maybe let's focus on our asset shopping list because we already have all of the API endpoints for that, in that we have a get info for a specific asset, which is the main one we need to like add up gas, and then we just need some way to collect assets. Oh, which brings us back to the problem we're facing now if we need a good way of getting a list of assets. Oh, let's go back to our API. There's got to be a good way of getting a list of assets. Like, let's get the top assets for a country. Is that an option? Details for a specific country? Am I not allowed to use it? Country population, that's fun. Okay, so this just gives me alpha codes, which is useful and handy, but not what I want. What I want is all of the assets for, I guess I'll take a sector within a country. Isn't that what this is? That's what I was doing. Provides a list of assets for a sector in a country. So maybe I'll just choose a better sector. What do we got? Oil and gas, maybe? That's what we saw when we were first looking at the map. Like all these big blue dots, I think. Those are oil and gas fields. So maybe that's too North American centric, but yeah, even in Europe, huge. Should I say Europe? Even in Russia, huge oil and gas fields. So let's grab oil and gas. What does that slug look like? Oil and gas production and transport. I guess we'll do refining, oil and gas refining in the US, please, for 500. Oil and gas refining, execute. Whoa. Okie dokie. Might be time to start working with code. Come on, T-Mux, let's go. T-Mux attach, and we get our terminal. Actually, let's. So I'm spinning up a Nuxt app. No, I'm not. Am I? Yes, I'm spinning up a Nuxt app that I will add all my prototypes to. And also, we're probably going to pull some data into, which I will do in a moment, but might as well do it in a directory that lets me have a web app at the end, because that is hopefully our goal, theoretically. Have a web app at the end. Let me do some tweets while things build. So this is what I was trying to do when my internet broke. Or Twitter broke, who knows. So let's see. Building up a list of goals for section. Let's drop in our screenshot. Let's drop in our API. Whoa, so big. Great. I wonder if my app has built. Is VS Code open? No. Oh. So let's pull some of the data that we just made. So I just got a cool one. Where is it? This one. This is all oil and gas. So let's do this. Do I have to do that? Oil and gas refining USA.json, maybe? Is that how curl works? Hey, it is. Excuse me. And gas refining. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't even care. Okay, I'm getting distracted. But we do have all of our oil and gas points. So so we're going to show a list of them. This is all very easy. Let's open up our code. Let's show a list of all of our points from our data. This can't be that hard. Oh, but we're in data. Just kidding. I made a bad choice. Here we go. So first of all, we're going to need a pages folder with an index.view. Well, that's not formatted, so I'll do it myself. And then app.view, it's not, it's like next page, I think, right? And then let's do our terminal. Get this running. Now we're starting to cook with fire. We can also like pull our endpoint like normal people without using curl in the middle in a minute, but one moving part at a time. There's only so many things that can go wrong. So let's see, localhost 3000. Hello world. We have live reload going. Hello world. We do have live reload, and now we just need to add tachyons. Add tachyons. Do it. Do it, robot. Where's the robot? Darn it. Okay. Sometimes you gotta quit code because your robot doesn't boot up because you ignored the things that popped up when you booted up last time. It didn't sign in, so they'll let you use the robot. You gotta be authenticated to use the robot. They don't want to just let anybody use the robot. You gotta pay them the money. All right, so let's sign in, so we're allowed to use the robot. It's funny that they call it allow because that's exactly how it feels. All right. Come on, robot. Add tachyons. Thank you. So good, robot. And then we actually have to have tachyons. Yeah, it's like add tachyons. You don't actually have that in your project. But now we do. So why are you adding tachyons, you might ask? So I can make it look like something. And also so I can test that live reload is working. See, now we can do something like this. Class red. Now it's red. Oh god. All right, coding is fun. So let's load. We should probably make components also. New folder, components. What should this component be called? We're gonna call this asset list. Wait. We're not going to code anything in our template for now. Setup. All right, so now we're gonna. That's not in public though. That might need to be in public. It might need in the public /data. New folder public. So now it's public /data. Yes, please. Public data. All right, the robot's going to do all this work, so just heads up on that. Just prepare yourselves mentally for that. Load all of the assets. Is that how you want to do it? No, that's not how I want to do it. That is how I want to do it. So, asset list ref. It's going to be null. This is an empty ref that we're going to fill with our data. It's going to be awesome. Robot knows what's good. And then we have list of assets if there are. This is cool. We already are in an asset list though. So do before. No, that's insanity. Let's make it pretty. Yes. Format it like a lunatic. List of assets if there are any. Great. This is. It's not assets.length. Whatever. I'll just change the name of my variable. Computer knows better. Assets. Assets. Okay. So let's include this asset list. What's missing an end tag? H1, that all looks good. Oh, in here? Maybe if he formatted this, I could remember any of that. Cannot read properties. If assets.length. It's right here. It's right there, dude. I guess we can do if assets. That seems better. That's right. Okay. Well, that's... Stop that. That should be found, though. So it says localhost 3000 slash page not... What are you talking... what? Restart the server. There we go. That's what data looks like. Hey, that's also what data looks like. Now we're talking. So now we have our list of assets. Let's just do properties.name. Right. Robot knows what's up. Okay, so is it truly loading? Is it doing like the... No, it cannot. Oh, dot features? Or whatever. What the fuck, dude? Features. Yeah, it's a big old array that the people love. The people love it. So this is asset. Yeah, this should all be working. Key is the ID, asset properties. Well, fuck this then. Give me the asset again. So this is... Spartaculum comes in handy. Okay, so each of these is an asset, as we would want and predict. So why can't this first one be asset.properties .name? Maybe capital name? Yeah, it is capital name. Oh, fuck me, man. Wait, what? Why does... There we go. It's a big old list. Big old list. So now let's just put their CO2 emissions underneath and then we're good to go. 1. Emission value. Properties.emission value. Okay, this is a fun little list of every asset. Gotta love that. We could also do some cool stuff with our classes. Make them stack. Right? Oh god. We should also add some padding to our page because we're not lunatics. Okay, and now we need a little shopping cart. That's fine. We can put the asset list, shopping cart. Let's make a shopping cart component. Shopping cart. Let's make our shopping cart like stick to the bottom, top, right? Stick to the right. There it be. And then this should be great. So we got our list, we got our shopping cart, which is fixed. Fun. So now we want to add things to our shopping cart when we click them. Which means we're going to have to use state, some form of state. We don't have to get super fancy about it right now, but we at the very least need a script and a setup and index. So we track of items in the shopping cart. Shopping cart. Yes. Wow, this is great. All right, so now we're just, me and the robot are building up like basic shopping cart functionality. One piece of which is that we need to find events we will omit, add to shopping cart event, omit the item to be added to the parent. This is great. I don't know if we defined it. I think we might need to define that event. Define omits. Yes, that is good. The shopping cart. And then we'll do on click. Click. Come on, robot. We did not need all of that. Okay, so now we have when you click on an item, it adds it to the shopping cart, but what we don't have yet is the shopping cart listening to its list. So we'll do shopping cart and then we'll do items, shopping cart items. Great. That is what we want. Is that what I called it? No, it's shopping cart list. Why am I so dumb? List. Shopping cart list. Great, and now we just need to make a shopping cart. And shopping cart list array as prop. It is not required. And then, you know what to do, robot. You got this. V4, you got this. Make a fucking shopping cart. Yeah, killing it. Killing it. I definitely need a store because they keep or those I have to bubble these events up over and over, and I hate that. So what's going on here? Seems like something's breaking. Item in list. Oh, not list, in shopping cart list. Well, no, it is in list. Just, yeah, don't. Right? List, yes. Uh-oh. How come it doesn't run prettier? It makes me so. Okay. Emit is not defined. Doesn't seem right. All right, I'm feeling it. Take a small break, come back to this, but let's talk about where we're at right now. So what we want to do is look at emitting assets and make a shopping list. We want to sort of collect them together and see their total emissions together. So I'm building a way, right now it's just like an arbitrary list of oil and gas in the United States, but I'm trying to build a way in Vue to sort of collect them and add them together. I think that we might need to use Pinea, which is like modern Vuex, basically. But I want to take a little break before I do that. So I will be back in a little bit, and we will keep pushing forward on this like asset shopping list idea, which we have the start of, but which is erroring. So maybe I won't leave it in an error for myself like a maniac, and I'll just leave this commented out. At the very least, have shopping cart showing. Div. There we go. See? And then let's add some padding to the shopping cart because we're good people. Oh, maybe that's why, because it didn't have a parent div. Div. Okie dokie. And I don't know. We'll see if this works. Oh, it didn't break. Okay, but our emits are not working. All right, I will be right back. See you guys in a minute. I'm back. I took a little break. I also let the cat inside, which means that the cat is going to beg to be let out in like 2 or 3 minutes. But I put on some tea to boil, get some more hot water for my tea. And what we are doing today is we are working on this idea of an asset level shopping cart. So Climate Trace has this amazing map of assets, but what I'm curious about is if you go in and you collect a few of these assets, right? Like if I want to see what the total emissions for all of the oil and gas fields in Texas, or say I live in upstate New York, sort of upstate in Beacon, New York, if I want to go in and select these airports, these 3 airports, and add their CO2 emissions together, I could do it by hand, but I'd love to take this shopping cart metaphor where you click on an asset and sort of see it added to a shopping cart where you can add and remove things. And we have the basic rough tooling to allow us to do that. We're very close, I should say. So I'm going to make myself comfortable. My water is heating up. Let's see if we can get something showing up in the shopping cart. That would be ideal. And maybe let's also inspect so we can see what is in view. So we have index. This is, no, we want components. We have our asset list, right, which has all of our assets. And we have our shopping cart, which has an empty list. An index, I guess, is controlling things. All right, so nothing is getting added to our cart on click. So let's figure out what's going on there. So shopping cart. So add to shopping cart. Let's see if we can get a console log happening when we click. Oh, emit is not defined. All right, so let's do view 3 composition emit. Figure out how to do this. So we define emits, and then it says we should just be able to emit. Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense. So let's go to asset list. Let's do const emit. Try that. Now maybe we can get a console log if we click on something. Yes, we do get a console log. Great start. So now we get our console log, but there's still nothing in the list. So what's up with that? Okay, so this emits and goes to index. Okay, so it is calling the one on index, and then sharpen cart list value dot push. So the index, make this a little bit bigger. Can I make this bigger? Yes, I can. Look at that. So we have an empty array for our shopping cart list, and when I click things, it should be adding stuff to them. Let me just like try and do shopping cart list value dot push. Hello world. So maybe now when I click things, no, it's still. Maybe I'm bad at making websites. That's how I feel right now. All right, I'm gonna get my tea and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be good at making websites. Hold on. All right. So the real question is, how come my click event isn't really bubbling up in the way that it's supposed to? So oh, but shopping cart does have a list with a bunch of hello worlds in it. That's kind of weird. Oh, whatever. So, okay, let's open shopping cart. Let's just, for my own sanity, do a pre list in it. Okay, so it is adding things. So let's try this again. Okay, cool. We love this. So now let's do asset.name in shopping cart. Yeah, this should be working. Oh, why did I hide this? Does not everything have properties? Okay, this seems good. Then you add something to it, and then it should show up, right? Because now there's something in list. Is it list.list? That would be buck wild. I don't like that at all. What's up with that? Okay. Now for every item, key with item.id, and then show me the item.properties.name. Yeah, that's all good. This is all good. And shopping cart. How come you're not showing me any names? But I know they're getting added because if I do my little list, then I can see them get added. Maybe I should do list.list. Maniac? No. Okay. So I can see my list in my data, but it's a props. Maybe I should. It should. Okay, we'll do props.list. Props.list. If props.list.length. Right? Yes! Now we're talking. That's how you make websites. Okay, and they do not have to be 50, but it would be cool if they had a border like this smaller. Okay. And then this. And now we need our mission value and remove. Does this work? No. No, it does not. Whatever. We'll make that work later. And we should make a format. Format 3, and I should add D3. Let's see, 2 number format equal. Yeah. Is that right? Maybe not. Okay, that's fun. I always forget how to do this. So our numbers look like this, and we want them to have commas and some other cool stuff. See, fucking blocks don't even work anymore. It's so sad. Oh, comma dot 2R. That's what we want. Yeah. Can we do... No. Okay, this is a great start. I'm really happy about this. So now we have our assets, and you can add a bunch of them to our list. And now for our final and most fun trick, we need a computed that adds up all of our asset values. Computed that adds up all emissions values for every item in the cart. We'll do const total cart emissions. Oh yeah, look at that. That is what we were looking for. And then if you add more, oh yeah, it keeps adding more to the total, except that it doesn't scroll, so. Right, 9 million, except maybe we shouldn't round. And like, maybe it should be precise. Ooh, I don't like that. Or, yeah, there we go. All right, this is pretty cool. But the overflow is wrong. So can we do it in the parent? Index fixed, and then we'll do overflow y auto. Now we can scroll. Great. Super handy. Maybe we should make this a little smaller. And the border is a little intense. Uh, all right, great. So we have our shopping cart. Should the totals don't go on the top? That's absurd. Can I make this fixed? My total? Where is that? No, it does not like that. Okay. It would be cool to have anime.js make these numbers count up too. That would be sweet. Right? So you have your shopping cart, you can go in. I want to see the total of Valero, Shell, Phillips. Yeah, 11 million tons. I guess you can add them one by one now, but it would be cool to have like a check box and like add all. This is a great start. Go screenshot. And tweet it out. Success. Celebrate success. Oh, I should make a link. So let's think that we don't really have to do anything other than publish this to GitHub. I hope I don't already have a repo named that. Great. I don't. So now we have our repo. And now we can host it on Netlify app. And then I can tweet out a little URL of this. And Netlify app makes this really easy. This is really cool. So let's grab our project off of GitHub. And what did I just call it? Climate trace prototypes. Climate trace prototypes. That's the one. Use main, yarn build. I really hope this works. All right, so it says it's deploying. Let's watch it do that because that's always fun. And then when we do our tweet, we can say, here's where you can check it out. How is our deploy going? Looks like it's going pretty good. I hope it works. Great. So now we should have a URL question mark, maybe preview. Hey, look at that. And it all works. Sweet. So we can put this, check it out here. Sweet, one prototype down. That's pretty good for, you know, starting at 10:30 and it's noon now. Oh. So let's look at our list and see how we did. So asset shopping list, collect polluting assets, see their total emissions together. Smart ways of gathering assets. Right, so this reminds me that we have a ways to go. One of the first things that we can do to improve this is whole interface to generate lists to choose from. View only for asset. All right, so these are three things. Let me give me some space. These are three things right here that I think we could probably do this session before signing off. Pardon me. Right, because we have our basic asset shopping list where you can go and add as many as you want. But what kind of list is this, right? This is just oil and gas refining in the US. And what we should probably do is use API calls. Use API calls for a list of assets. So we might have like a little interface where you choose a country and then choose a sector, and then that gives you a list to surf, but then your shopping cart is always persistent, right? So like this is, that sort of like makes sense with the metaphor, right? Like this lets you change your category of what you want to look at, but then you can continue to add things of many different categories into your cart and see what their total is together. And I should add some padding to the bottom of the cart so that it does not overlap. Where is that? Let's see. Bottom 5. Great. See, now there's a little space where it fits. What fun. Except, yeah, there we go. Oh, sweet. Maybe a little border. Cool. And also these in the list, look at our list. I think we can make our background image a satellite photo, but I have to remember what the data looks like. Properties, yeah, there is an image URL. Great. So do style background image will be yes. That seems good. Oh, look at that. So now we have satellite photos of each one, but we don't want cover. What's the alternative to cover? Fill? Contain? Shouldn't cover... Oh, maybe the spacing is because the elements aren't the same height. So we can also do that. Height 5. There we go. Now the background's cover the way we'd expect. Except it's a little overwhelming. So we could add another div inside. Div. Set inner container. I just want to give them like a little bit of like slightly transparent background so so you can actually read it, right? Or GPA. That did not work the way I expected it. Maybe if I if I spell inner correctly, that'd be good. Don't love this. But what are you gonna do? Okay. Trying to make this not look so terrible. But I don't know if that's avoidable. Mm. All right, rabbit hole, rabbit hole. I don't need to go down. Maybe I can just, there's got to be a better way to dim this. Okay, we can start here. All right, that seems kind of good, except this has padding. Or something has padding. You have padding? Oh, you probably do. There we go. Okay, that's working the way I was hoping and anticipating. And even bring down this opacity a little bit. Almost there, so close. Just need a little white border. Sweet. So now, and that gray is kind of whack. Dark gray. So now you can go in, and you should be able to click the whole thing, but now you just click the title. Oh, we need to be able to remove things from the cart. That's pretty important. Ability to remove things from the cart. Love it. So smart. All right, so you have your list. You have a bunch of satellite photos. You can add them. 798,000, and then some of these are millions. Yeah, let's see if you do. Oh, you can add the same one over and over. That's not good. Bug fix won't allow user to add same asset. Add set already in the cart. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Might be time for lunch or some sort of food soon. Tea is not food. If there's anything else, I really do want to try to make this like Instagram story, this Instagram story style thing, right? So instead of a list like this, you can imagine like there's like a card for each one and it has a little satellite photo or maybe some stats, some like baseball card style stats. But yeah, this is looking pretty cool and complete already. Actually, let's push our code so that it's available on some URL. So where is that? Okay, we just so we'll do style and satellite photos to asset list. Sweet. All right. I'm trying to decide if I end the stream now and jump on this the rest of the week, but everybody knows that's never going to happen. So I think what I might do is take another little break, and then when I come back, try and bang out a few of these issues, right? So asset shopping list stuff. Let's see if we can. It would be great to do. It would be great to do all of these. Oh, and let's do the timer. This is where it gets fun. So we'll do, when I get back, we'll do an hour timer to get all of these tasks done. Nope, I did my thread wrong. Oh, whatever. Maybe at 12:30, I'll come back and do my little hour sprint. 12:30, 30 EST. Set an hour timer and see if I can get all of these type tasks done. As may be useful. How do you say that in a better way? Get a shareable URL that people can play with. That's probably better. All right, and with that tweet, I will be right back. All right, we're back. I have a delicious snack. Granola and yogurt. I'm very excited about it. Maple syrup, killing it. Killing the snack game. So, what we're gonna do. This is the final little push. First, I'm gonna put an hour on the clock. Not 30 seconds. I'm gonna put an hour on the clock. And then I'm gonna wrap up our little prototype. And there's a few things it needs. One thing is it needs to have a shopping cart ridden by adults. So let's have it use the Pinia store. And that's gonna power everything else. Then, we also need to use the API. Right now, we're depending on a static file that I pulled locally, but we should probably have it use the real API because that's not not that hard, and it'll be a lot more interesting and reusable. So, without further ado, get comfortable and let's hit the clock. So, first, let's look at Pinia, because that is what I'm going to use for my store. Here we go. So let's get started by installing Pinia. Okay, this is a great start. Use your store as usual. Okay. Next, Pinia store. Someone explain this to me. Oh, this person already has. Oh, I need to add. Yeah. I did this already. Okay, sweet. So now let's do a folder called store. And we'll call it shopping cart. Here we go. Got some space to work with. We're just letting the robot write the store. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, it said it was going to do, how do you do local storage? Ooh, fun. Something is not working. Maybe you just restart the server? Turn it off and on again? No. Hate it when that works. Okay, so we can still add things to our cart, but now we are going to refactor it to use our shopping cart store. So we have add item, remove item. It's kind of all you need. So let's keep reading. The robot wrote all this. I wonder if it's right. It's my new song. I wonder if what the robot wrote is right. All right. So right now our shopping cart works on props. But our new one is going to work using the store. So first let's import it. It's going to be use All right, this is fun. So now our shopping cart looks at an empty store, and now let's make index update that same store. An option. Now it's add item. I don't know if you can even access it like that, but whatever. Let's give it a shot. Ooh. Use shopping cart store. Got it, that makes sense. All right, try one more time. Can't read length of null. So that's probably shopping cart list.length. I shouldn't have all these VFs. That's ugly. We're just prototyping, so it's fine. Okay. Great. 10 minutes down, and we have a shopping cart that you can't add things to. So, wonder what that's all about. Shopping cart list was accessed during render. List. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. Cart list. Got it. So we're not gonna feed it props anymore. Also, it's an important new update. Okay, so we still can't add items. I wonder what that console log looks like. Okay, so it is trying to add items. And it's sort of working-ish, but shopping cart.add item isn't a thing, so let's just read the Pinea documentation and see how to really do that. How do you do actions? Because that's what this is, right? Yeah, it's an action. Come in. Store, it should do that then. Yeah. Script setup, use shopping cart store, shopping cart.add item. That's what this is. So let's see if this ever gets called. Okay, so the store is adding the item. Okay, so maybe we're just not showing the list properly. Let's check our store and just double check that assumption. All right. Right, so we have our shopping cart, no items. And then we click something. Oh my god, and it has items. Okay, sick. So now we just need to show that properly in the shopping cart. Is the shopping, and it does use the store, shopping cart, you will use shopping cart store. It's items, not list. Items. Right? Oh yeah, there we go. Sick. Look at that. So now we're adding things into the store, but our calculation for the total has broken. So let's figure out what's up with that. Total cart emissions. It's not a list. It is list. List reduce. And it does have emission value, huh? Why is it nan? And why does it only show up when you have two things in it? That's not cool. All right, so now now we tried to fix a problem. We have two problems. So now it only shows up when you add two, and the total no longer calculates. Item.properties. Yeah, that should be it. Maybe we can take this format off. Just see what the raw value looks like. Yeah, just not returning a number back. Well, that's not super useful. Oh, okay. All right, that's one problem down. That's both problems down. Great. Put our number format back because that was useful. Sweet. So now we're using the store. How do we use Piney with local storage? Okay, fascinating. Use local storage. Is that it? Use local storage is not defined. Oh, I need view use. Okay. Yarn add view use slash. Doing this to get use local storage. Restart our server. Maybe we have use local storage now. God damn it. Okay, can we add things to the cart? We can. Great. And if you refresh, no, nothing. Nothing. It's emptied out. All right. right? We got a bunch of things, and then you refresh, and they're gone. Why does that not work the way that I want to? What's up with that? Yeah, this seems... I don't understand what I'm doing, but... Okay, no, that's not an option. So I have these items in it, and then I empty out. Huh. All right. So we're getting started. So I think I blocked the ability to repeatedly add. Yeah, if it's already in, it's in. So now we're going to need the ability to remove, right? Remove from shopping cart. All right, let's try this. So we add it, remove it, add it, remove it. Sweet. That was easy. Thank you, robot. So now, standalone view element for asset. We'll get to that last. Now what we should do is use an API call for our list. What are our industries called? I already forgot. Oil and gas refining will be our default. Great. So we start with USA, Canada, and Mexico, and then we connect to our remote list URL, and we'll do this on a washer. All right, so we should be seeing some stuff loading, but we aren't yet. Are we doing a network request? I don't think we are. No. So what's up with that? Let's make this immediate too, I guess. What are you talking about? Oh. Huh. I think that might be working. Not used to that. Oh, but it's limited to 100, so we might want to turn that off. We'll turn that off later. For now, I think we'll just do some way of selecting a country. I guess we can do that in another fetch from our API. Right? Because we're going to list of countries probably. These. Yeah, see, list of countries. Right? We get a list of sectors. Hell yeah. Okie dokie. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, all right, let's style these a little bit better. These are our selects. Okay, that's interesting. And we'll do country dot name, right? Nice. All right, so that's not gonna totally work because it's gonna be selected countries. It's got to be alpha 3. I wish it wasn't. I wish it wasn't, though. See, it's going to break, though, because maybe I can just fix it where it selects from the country. Selected countries dot value dot map. And be country dot alpha 3. Hey, there we go. Well, let's fix this country dot name. And then below it, let's have like what we've selected. Okay, that doesn't seem to be working. Country. So countries isn't working. Selected countries. It should be an array of alpha codes. Countries, selected countries. Oh, this join. We don't like it. Oh. Interesting. V model selected countries. How do you change its value? View 3D model value. All right, we might need to show our list in the other way, just so we can have it work. Country.alpha 3, right? And then it has our 3 selected, and it pulls oil and gas refining, or it doesn't, or it breaks. Bad request. Why? Ooh, because the countries are just commas. All right. What about this? Yeah, now we're talking. Okay, so now let's go. Where does Brazil? Brazil. Brazil. Sick. Now I want Brazil transportation. No. Brazil manufacturing? No. Brazil power? No. Okay. Hmm. Oh, 400 bad requests. So what are the bad requests that I'm making? Offset 0, countries, Brazil, invalid sector, transportation's an invalid sector. I got it from the list of sectors that's allowed. What about agriculture? That's not a sector either. What the fuck? All right, well, it starts on one that works. And we can change countries at the very least. Oh, actually, oil and gas refining isn't even in this list. Kind of weird. Maybe I should use the V3 sector list? Does it have one? Ooh. V3. Is that where I'm getting my current one? Oh, that makes sense. Because I'm getting V3 sectors and trying to use them on the V0 API. I think that's right, actually. Sweet. There we go. Okay, and let's check our shopping cart functionality still. So we have a cement plant. Ooh, we can add a bunch of cement plants. And then what if we want to look at something else? We can add a power station. What if I want to, actually I want to remove all my cement plants. Look at that. Pretty fun. So let's see how our to-do list is going. Interface to generate list to choose from. Done. API calls for a list of assets. Done. Then standalone view element for asset by ID. I don't think we even really need to do this. This is basically what I'm showing here, bringing it into its own element. Because then you could show them both, right? And they would look the same, but I'm not sure how important that is. Love to solve my local storage problem too, so you could refresh. That'll be handy. I guess the next thing you want is like an interesting way to sort and filter by different parameters. Can you select everything? Whoa. Okay, so you can select all countries. That's fun. Right now, I think we're limited to 100 at a time. So we're paginated. I think you can also select all industries in the US. Hmm. Enteric fermentation, huh? Should I add some little instructional text so people know how to use it? Great. Robot, killing it once again. Great, we have our little introduction. We should probably make the text a little bigger. Oh, and maybe we should make this work on mobile. It's a little final hurrah. And what does it look like on a phone? Okay, you have your intro. Ooh. Okay, we gotta change the font sizes on these a little bit. All right, we can do that in asset list first. And we should do the shopping cart above the list. Right? Oh no. Okay, there's a lot of things to fix to make this work on mobile. Okay, so let's see. The first thing is that we don't want this to be position fixed. Great, so then we just have a normal shopping cart. You can keep adding things, right? Cool, but where's the total? There's the total. And then you can remove them. Okay, sweet. So now we just need to make our asset list font a little better for mobile. It's in the name. Okay, maybe it's this one. We'll do F3, F5, or F5, F3 large. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, and one last thing on the index. Right? We have a, or maybe is that true? Or maybe an app? Oops. Yes. Just a little bit of padding on mobile. Great. A little bit of mobile bulletproofing. Let's commit all of that. So we'll do feet, add country, sector, select, mobile support. All right, and in a little while, I'll record a little demo video to show how this works, which will be fun. And yeah, pretty good session today. Got a bunch done. I'm trying to think of other things that I might want to do. Let's look at the list. Let's see how we're doing. Oh, we're doing great. Okay. Am I done ahead of time? That doesn't seem right. But maybe I am. Ugh. Great. I mean, let's see if we have a published URL that we can share. Excuse me. Here it is, it just deployed. Change our domain settings. Edit our site name. We'll call this climate trace prototypes. And then, yeah, let's maybe fix our URL. Or actually, we can just duplicate it for now. Let's see. Right now it's index, and it can also be, this will also be cart. So then we can do localhost / cart. And we have our cart. Great. Add cart as a standalone page. So now we'll have a better URL to share that will be a little bit more future-proof, because I am going to do more prototypes and we want to be able to link to them individually, and I'm going to change the index so that won't stay the same. Got to make sure your old tweets still work, I guess. I don't know. So that's building. All right, some next steps of things that would be fun to do next. It would be really cool to visualize the emissions, compare. It'd be really cool to like see how big they are, like when you add them to your shopping cart. It would be really cool to, like, in addition to the total, see, you know, maybe 700 little dots, 400 little dots, 72 little dots, right? Something like that. What else would be cool? You can select any country, select any industry. This one doesn't have any CO2, that's weird. Neither of these do, okay. Oh yeah. So let's see, climate trace prototypes.netlify.app/cart. And that is it. Now let's just write our celebration tweet and get on with our day. Very exciting. Too many words. This prototype. Oh, I didn't need, I saw it was already in the tweet. All right, whatever. It's good to be concise. So that's it. That's today's little live stream jam session. Thank you for hanging out and watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Hopefully be streaming a little bit more later in the week. Gonna be making a lot more of these prototypes for sure. There's like 3 more to be made, and this data set is so deep that there's a lot that can be done with it. So I'll be on again soon for sure.